Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now July 26th of 2020, and ever since the official release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the great thing to be excited for about the future of Star Wars is the fact that we have Jon Favreau, George Lucas, Dave Filoni all working together as a team to really provide new, authentic Star Wars stories moving forward when it comes to this new Star Wars universe. Now, when we examine everything related to the Skywalker saga, obviously with the sequel trilogy, it was a big hit-and-miss scenario by Disney because of what happened with The Last Jedi and what even happened with The Rise of Skywalker as a film. Now, Bob Iger and Chapek, since Iger won't be getting out of Disney until next year in 2021, he's still showing Chapek the ropes to becoming a proper CEO that he needs to be to run such a company, and to also bring Disney back on its feet throughout this global crisis at hand here. So, the thing about the future of Star Wars that really does fuel my excitement is the fact that we do have George Lucas at heart, working closely with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, really resurrecting many elements and aspects from Star Wars Legends material, which of course is the material that so many fans really know and love. And I really do believe that we are on the road to success when it comes to the future of Star Wars, given that Kathleen Kennedy no longer has creative control over a majority of the Star Wars projects. So, beyond all of this, what's really exciting is that with both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek now finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are currently focused on their new Star Wars universe, as well as their new Star Wars trilogy of films, in order to create a better future for Star Wars fans to enjoy around the world. Now, it's described that Bob Chapek recently made major changes to Star Wars behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm, where it's noted that behind the scenes creator George Lucas has been hard at work with the new Star Wars universe. It's described that George Lucas is set to direct a batch of episodes for the upcoming Star Wars Underworld TV series that Lucasfilm plans to drop sometime in the near future, and that George Lucas is set to direct some of the episodes that will be primarily taking place on the world of Coruscant for the fans to enjoy. Now, this idea stems from Disney CEO Bob Chapek to make sure that the fandom can enjoy everything moving forward. It's described that one of the big plans by George Lucas is to make Star Wars Underworld have the same exact tone as the prequel trilogy era in order to truly make it feel like Star Wars for the community to see a series that takes place after the events of Order 66. The series is aimed to be released on Disney Plus as a main show with new revolutionary technology to make practical effects even more lifelike, with new techniques for CGI that will be used for the TV series. So here's the thing about this entire scenario by Disney and Lucasfilm, is that what they are essentially doing is that they are resurrecting George Lucas's original TV series that he crafted back in, I would say, 2007, give or take 2008, some years after when he released Revenge of the Sith back in 2005. He was working heavily on this TV show called Underworld. Now, recently Kathleen Kennedy picked this idea up and wanted to create her own spin on it, and that was cancelled, and now George is picking up his own version of it, and also creating his own spin on it, but in a much better way. Now, given that he wants to create a very similar tone to that of the prequel trilogy era, is very ambitious of George. The fact that he really wants to make it feel like the prequel trilogy and to make it feel like a direct sequel to Revenge of the Sith, that is going to be a very interesting angle of Star Wars. It's actually said to take place just after the events of Order 66, showing us a different take on the world of Coruscant, you know, the underworld, such as bounty hunters, criminals, warlords, all these different things that will be used in the Star Wars franchise that we have never really seen before in depth in the actual saga, right? So, everything related to George Lucas directing a handful of episodes really has me very excited. As far as the other episodes, who is going to choose to direct, other episodes of Star Wars Underworld is a big mystery. Hopefully he does indeed choose Dave Filoni or Jon Favreau to work along with that. I think that'll be an excellent choice. The other thing that I think is very important that a lot of fans need to pay attention to is the fact that Disney Plus is going to be a library's worth of Star Wars material. We're not just talking about live action material, but also animated material. They eventually want to release roughly 3 Star Wars TV shows a year, apart from the actual Star Wars movies. And that just shows you that maybe a hiatus for films may have been a good thing, because they're going to really have a lot of content coming out in the future, and having that little break there I think is enough for fans to gain more interest to have tons of Star Wars material each and every year, kind of like on the same exact level as the Marvel Cinematic Universe and how they treat everything with their movies and their TV shows. Just look at how much they put out, and it's still successful. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, let me know what you think about this entire scenario between George Lucas and Underworld, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.